and we're going to sit down. I'm going to do some simple pulls with my gel plate. And what I'm looking to do is create some texture and some depth with color layering. And I'm going to be doing a full tutorial later this week. Uh, haven't decided if it's going to be a live or if it's going to be a video. We'll see. I'm still struggling with OBS, and we will see what we do with that. So I cannot see, can't see any conversation going on, but let's see if I can. Okay, let's get started. And if I can find some, if I can find some text going on, I will. Okay. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start by putting my lightest color down first. And the key to getting the separation of colors to allow it to dry. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to pull up my hair dryer and see if I can work with that. Just put down a tiny bit of color. I don't know if you can see that. It's really not a lot. So I'm going to spray this out. This is called skip rolling. I'm just looking to move the paint around the plate. And we'll do a little bit more in just a second. It's very dry here in Arizona, so I need to move fairly quickly. Get some paper. This is rice paper. Put it flat down onto and give it a good rub. And all I'm creating right now is my base layer. I thought that seemed a little thick. I got 2 pieces of paper. There we go. Now you can actually see the color. I'm going all the way out to the edge. Get as clean as I can. I have a Baron here that allows me to put even pressure across. It's not necessary that you have one of these, but it certainly helps. I'm not putting a lot of weight down, just getting the pressure across the entire plate. And we'll see how we did. Like I said, it's very dry here in Arizona, and I don't anticipate that I'm going to have a clean print off of this. And I'm right. So what can I do about that? I'm not worried about it. I got this paint is going to still come off. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more colors down, and I'm going to add a little bit of paint retarder to help the paint stay wet longer. Basically, keep it available to pull up. There is a paint type out that works extremely well. The open Golden has it, and it's the open brand of paint, which has the retarder built right into their formula. So I'm going to go on and let's put a little bit of magenta light down. And I'm going to take a little bit of that retarder. Not a lot, just a drop. And it's going to allow me to just skip roll across. I want to get a nice even. I'm getting some lacing here. That's okay. It's not something that bothers me, but if it does bother you, it's easy to fix. Hopefully I haven't waited too long. Let's see how we do. This won't be a long live today. I'm just trying to get my setup together. Uh, we the lives are very new to me. Um, I do long form on how to gel print, and I do mostly Thursdays around 11 Pacific Standard Time. Let's see how we did. That's not bad. I got some more coverage there. I still have some paint left on my plate, but I think I can work with this still. I'm going to put down, I think, something more light on the light side of it. This is Liquitex uh, light pink. Just going to put down a tiny bit, and let's add a little bit of the retarder with it. It's not. I'm just not a lot. Just putting down a drop. Just to wet it a little bit. And I'm not gonna go for a whole heck of a lot of coverage on this. Hope you leave some comments down in the comment section. I'd appreciate that. Let's see what we can do. And I think I'd like to put down and what we'll use is a little bit of wet strength tissue to pull some of that paint up and create some texture. You can see that I got some off of that. Don't throw this away. That's perfectly good, and I can use it in collage. So let's pull this up. See how we did. It's very light, but that will work. I have a little pail over here that I put my stencils in so that they don't have a chance to dry. Okay, let's see here. Have some. Let me put a little bit of blue on top of this. How are we doing dry wise? It's drying very quickly. And put a little bit more. The retarder down. And I pull some of this up. Use a little bit of bubble wrap to do that. Bubble wrap, anything you can find around the house will be surprising how you can use it and get some texture. That's what it's all about. Let me see here. Get this down. See if we can pull this. Now this is rice paper. Um, it's actually my favorite thing to work with, especially when I'm going to use it for collage work, because it this tears beautifully, and it glues down to whatever surface you're working with, be it canvas or board or whatever. And you can use it in your journaling. I'm going to start doing a little bit more journaling on my page, so you have a chance to see that. Now, if you haven't seen or worked with a gel plate before, let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to let that dry for a second. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a flexible, it's a flexible plate. It's made of basically a gel. You can make these. There's recipes out there, but these have this. It has some stabilizers in it that allows it to take a little bit more abuse, and it lasts longer. The stuff the jet paints you make, you have to keep them cool, and they don't last forever. This it'll last me. It'll last me as long as I need it. So that's what a gel plate is. You can find them on Amazon. That's where I get all of my stuff. You can find them on Amazon. You can get them directly from the companies. This is a Gel Elf, GELELF plate. A lot of people swear by the Jelly Arts, GELLIARTS. There are tons of different ones you can go with. Now you have something like this where just you can easily go in and clean up. These are baby wipes. They're invaluable for cleanup. I keep my area clean, then I don't have that problem where I put some paint where I don't want it. Wish I could see. Let's see if there's anybody in here with us. Not at the moment. That's okay. And let's see what we're doing here. And let's see what kind of pull we get with that. Now, that's a lot of texture. If you can see it, I can use that. That's bright. It's a tad bit muddy, and that's because I probably didn't let things dry enough. And that's one of the things I'm going to cover this week in my full length video, my long form video. So I can work with that. Let me pull up another piece of paper. We'll do another one. I'm going to start with the pink. And I think I'll put a little bit of the magenta light down also. A little bit of both. Have a little bit of the retarder on it. This is called a brayer. You're definitely going to need one if you haven't already done or seen. The brayer is absolutely necessary to be able to spread the paint out. They come in various sizes. This is I think it's a 2-inch. I have my 6-inch here. I'm going to use it to spread this out just a little bit more. And do the same thing over here. And I'm going to get a little bit of an ombre or a effect here. And see how we're doing. And let me see. I'm going to pull up another stencil. Stencils are not expensive. Again, I get them various places, but this is another one that came off of Amazon. Pull up what I can. See how we did. Not bad. Okay. It left basically I'm gonna pick up the ghost print now. And let me see. How about I do it on top of this one? Using the palm of your hand works beautifully when I am when I'm when I'm printing. I'm feeling not only trying to get the pressure down on the plate, the more you can make contact with the paper to the plate, the more you're going to pull up. But more than that, I can feel if it's cool, I can feel that with my hand. And allows me to know when it has dried. Right now, it's just a little bit cool. So it probably just needs to go a second or two longer. Generally speaking, the rule of thumb is it takes about 2 to 3 minutes for it to dry. Where I'm at right now in Yuma, Arizona, it is extremely dry, so I have less working time than that. See how we did. Another layer. I think we'll call that. This is getting a bit muddy, but it's not bad. So let's pull up another piece of paper, do another one. Just see me doing over on the side here. I'm rolling off the excess paint off of my brayers so that I don't get cross contamination of colors. Okay, see what we can do here. Let's start the other way around. I think I'd like to start with this is unbleached titanium. I'm not really putting a lot of weight down, just just enough to get the paint to move around. Pull up another. And throw some paper down, see how we do. See how we did? Good start. And you got some of the paint on there. That grunginess, that grimy look. It's not. I'm not unhappy with that look. Some people don't like it. They want just one color, and that's it's a matter of personal preference. Let's go with a color we haven't done yet. Put a little bit of orange down. Maybe a little bit of yellow with that. Notice I didn't try to mix the two colors. I just basically wanted to get that mottled look. I like that look. And what the heck? Let's put some circles down. I want to pick some of this up. Doesn't have to be a whole thing. Okay. And these finer textured ones, you have to work hard on. Kind of up against it. Things are starting to dry. Yeah, we did. I got some of it up. Okay. And let's see. How about it's still ready. And I'm eyeballing this. I also have a tool that I can use to help me with this. And in this case, I don't mind if I get a real clean print with this because I kind of want that imperfect look. Well, I don't know if you can see that has some really nice. I kind of like that a lot. That orange and that unbleached titanium goes well. Orange and yellow. So that's a good start on that one. Let me see. I still have some paint down on the plate, and it's mostly because it is dry. Um, the one of the things you have to wait for, and you have to be patient with yourself, because uh, because when it dries, it's not always for any reason other than that it got dry faster than the rest of it. So this is basically where I started. So that's where the most of the dry is. Let's see. Let's put on another color. This one I don't mind it. Don't mind it being really get ahead of myself. And this is magenta. Quinacridone magenta. Very strong color here. So I'm going to take a lot of this paint off after I get it grayered out. And what this is, homemade, just a piece of corrugated cardboard. I'm just trying to put marks down. Let me see, what else do I have here? Make good marks. I use a lot of stencils. It's really kind of up to you what you use. I get a whole heck of a lot out of that. Let's see how we are doing. Okay, that's a little bit of a. I can go back in now and pick some more up because it has dried enough that my paint is very tacky. So just not to worry. There's never throw these things away. They're not a loss. You can always fix things. So I can do this one of two ways. I could put another color over the top and go that way, or I can put down some. This is satin medium. It'll allow me to pick that up. It dries transparent, or it's a transparent medium. Sorry about this. When I pick this stuff up after it's been a while, sometimes it's hard to. You have to take the paint or whatever it is that you're working with off of there so that the bottle can close all the way when you're done. Looks white there. It won't be. Probably at this point you can't even see it. Just looks like I'm braying this out. Let's pick this up and put it down. Not quite getting it exact place. For me, it's not a problem. But if I ever do want it exactly in the same place, I have a tool over here I can use. And the this allows me to register it in the same place every time. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a right angle, has a little lip on it, allows me to put it the same width all the way around. And if it's not the same size as the paper, it's okay. I could easily trim it down. Or just leave it as is, because with a lot of these, I turn it into collage, put it into my journals. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do a a a live with just doing journaling and show you how I go about that. Okay. Let's see how we did. Nice clean pole. That is some interesting texture to it. It's a little darker than I would like. So let me try something that I didn't really plan on doing for this. Hang on just a second. Let me see. I'm going to do an image transfer. It's a little bit more than basic level, and people struggle with the image transfers. But I'll explain to you what I'm doing as I go along. Just a second. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to use my standby black. A little bit of retarder to this, not lots. Not lots at all. Okay. The thing with this, the first rule with image transfers, you want as little paint down on the plate as you can get. The reason for that is you're going to be using the image to create uh, a image from whatever you're using. This, in my case, that's pretty good. This is an image I got off of gelinspirations.com, and I'm going to take this and place it flat down. Give it a good rub. 6 or 7 seconds, not much. I want to make sure I get right where the guy's head is, and see how we did. It's not great, but you can see where he is. Now I kind of want to get rid of some of this extra black. I'm going to take my baby white. I'm going to go in and remove some of that paint. For demonstration purposes, this will be fine. If I were doing a piece, I wouldn't necessarily consider this a very successful image transfer. But for today's purposes, it'll work. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last one over here. I'm going to put some of my satin gel down. You need to let these things dry. And like I said, I am so dry here that had already done it. And because it's a thin layer to start with, it doesn't take long. Let's take the orange one. Let's get down. I'm going to cheat, if there's such a thing, on cool. I'm going to give this using my Revlon curling blow dryer. Up it dry. One thing about the satin medium, it takes longer to dry. And this is on cool. You really don't want to do it on hot. Uh, I have used it on hot in the past. You can mess up your plate. Okay. Normally, I would let this sit for a while longer. Walk away for 10 minutes and let the paper really adhere to the image. Let's see, pull it up and see how I'm doing. Not really a clear image, but you get an idea. Get an idea what it would be. Um, I need to I need to call this for today. It's almost four. It is 4 p.m. straight up here in Arizona with my electric plan at 4 o'clock. It goes sky high. So I want to thank again for being here. I will do a longer one here soon, and I will see you then.